Yo, welcome to Brother Smash and Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everyone. We are playing Tetris this Christmas because...
Oh, I know the perfect Christmas game. We need to play Tetris and have the Nutcracker music.
Okay, that counts. And that was the flashback. All right.
So I've been playing Tetris 99. You've got the hold button in Tetris 99, and you also have the hard drop.
Oh, jeez.
And I feel like the buttons are a little bit more responsive for the Switch.
Way more responsive. I've been playing a little bit of Tetris 99 as well. Not anywhere near.
Oh, Lord God.
Holy crap.
Oh, God, I can't. Oh, see? Tetris... Ew.
Okay, my turn. I'm Abe. Hello. You remember me. I say that because people say our
Maybe
voices...
they don't.
People say our voices sound the same.
This is true. Yeah. You know, actually, that's a fun Christmas story about our similar sounding voices. Our mother used to call on the phone, and I remember specifically she would ask me as Abe about things that I would want for Christmas, and I would be like, oh yeah, definitely get that one.
She did that for my birthday once, and I didn't have the heart to tell her until like years after. She called me up and was like, oh, okay, I'm getting Abe this. Do you think he'll like it? I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. She's like, okay, cool. She hangs up. I was just like, well, I'll just take that to the grave.
Yeah, perfect.
But I did not. I told her.
Eventually.
And it was funny.
The best comedy takes time.
The best comedy are those things that you stop and have to think about and process for years. Funny thing about that.
Comedy and therapy. They're just like...
they go hand in hand.
Yeah, God.
Funny thing about that, I had an interesting realization. So, you know Kramer from Seinfeld, how the actor for him had
went
that
nuts?
He had that infamous thing where
Yeah.
he started screaming the N-word at a comedy
Michael
club.
Richards.
Andrew and I both know a guy in real life named Kramer, and he fancies himself a comedian, and he's always telling jokes.
Yeah.
I just had this realization of this weird conversation I had with a friend of mine, like back in 5th grade, where I was talking about this guy Kramer trying to be a comedian, and my friend was like, oh yeah, I heard about him freaking out at a comedy club and screaming the N-word at people. I was like, no. And just for years I was like, that doesn't
you
sound
thought
right.
it was your guy?
Yeah,
Your
and
Kramer?
and I was like, that doesn't sound
That's
like
funny.
something you do. And he's like, hey man, the video doesn't lie. And I was like, oh no.
There's footage?
And just for years, I was like so distraught by that.
That's funny. Oh,
Yeah.
you're doing much better than me.
You're gonna have a round 2.
It's already 10 lines in.
Neither one of us are like demonically good at Tetris, but we're both pretty proficiently good.
Here's a question. Are you
we can
demonically good at anything? I am not.
Oh man, you just hurt my heart on Christmas. You just ruined my Christmas. Hold on, I must be good at something. I mean, I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm not like, oh shoot, I'm not demonically good at anything.
Demonically. It's
Like,
only because you said demonically.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, it kind of changes my perspective. Like, I know a guy who's demonically good at Tetris.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, shout out to you if you ever watch this. Yeah,
And we are here sitting on a weight bench.
which is a major improvement, I might add, from our other setups. Like,
I don't know. We've had some nice setups.
well, that's true. We've had your couch or whatever, but I mean, like, we've got a mic stand, so
Ooh.
we're both pretty close to the
My
mic.
little wooden board tacked to the ceiling doesn't suit you well anymore.
He literally gets a 2x4 and he drills a hole through it and he dangles the mic cord. Those mic cords are fragile. Like, they say not to wrap them up too roughly, like when you coil them up to put them away, just because you could break the thing.
Worked out for me well thus far.
And we've had no problem with Andrew's barbaric manhandling of this thing. He just drills a hole through a board. You know what is great about doing holiday episodes? Is because I actually know when I'm going to upload them. Normally, we record a thing and it's like, oh man, I hope I get around to that. But now it's like, if this doesn't go up Christmas of 2020, it's not going up. It led me to
Now
say
we're
that,
into the Christmas colors. This looks like candy canes.
Oh yeah, this is candy canes and Santa.
Is there a specific Tetris like color palette that you prefer?
Yeah, Game Boy.
Really? The original
Yeah,
Tetris?
I had that on the Game Boy and I played it a lot. I really liked it. It was not very readable, but all the blocks look distinct in terms of like texture. These have to rely on color, but those couldn't.
I didn't like how...
Do you mean just like for the old stuff, or... Because I would say the Tetris Friends was my favorite. There's something really
So
satisfying
I think
about
Tetris
it.
Friends is the same color palette as Tetris 99. I think that Tetris has adopted like...
Oh crap, I wanted to press hold. I couldn't.
I know, that
Ooh,
sucks.
that sucks. Just had to settle.
I think
sorry.
that Tetris, like modern day Tetris, has adopted what is considered a color palette where it's like the T Tetromino is always.
Well, I like that.
and,
It's like
the straight is always light blue.
I think the design is an evolved thing. Like you write so many fancy calligraphy letters before you go, oh, you know what? Actually, Helvetica is easier to read. And I think that we've kind of done the same thing with Tetris, where it's like, you know what? It's nice when they change colors. That's fun. But you know what's more fun is always knowing that yellow
Is the square.
Because it's got that readability, you know?
Yeah.
That is so valuable to me.
I played this version of Tetris an unbelievable amount as a child.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't, but it was like a household thing, because Andrew and my other older brother, Mike, would play that all the time. I would just watch, because I was the stupid little, like, 4-year-old.
Yeah.
The only game, you know what's weird is, there's 2 games I remember playing, from my oldest.
Super Mario Brothers 2?
3.
Oh.
2 was intimidating to me for some reason. I'd get to Birdo and panic. It was like, are you scary? But, there's 2 games.
Coming in on a flying boat, airship. That's like, oh, perfect. I can take this guy.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing is the 2 games that I remember playing as a kid all the time and being like really pleased. Son of a bitch.
In the ass have you done?
Oops. Anyways, 2 games I was really pleased with as a kid, and that was Mario 3, which was really magical, and Ninja Gaiden.
Oh right,
Ninja Gaiden was my favorite thing as a kid, and still is. Like, it's freaking good. Oh crap,
that was not good.
This is they're diddling me now. Diddle me Elmo. Okay, alright. Oh jeez.
It was line 69 where Abe got diddled.
Oh jeez.
I remember we were playing.
Yeah, oh hell in a boat.
Well,
okay, well, yeah.
You even launched the rocket.
Oh jeez. Yeah, well, we all remember your first round of this.
It's difficult.
That's nice of you to actually give me my real name.
Yeah.
Right underneath Howard and Otasan.
Yeah, we're gonna knock them out pretty quick.
Game that we play.
I think they rotate backwards in this version.
Oh, they might.
I think.
Yeah, they're counterclockwise.
Oh goodness, why?
I prefer counterclockwise. Not for rotation, just in general. This is a weird thing to say, but I feel like clockwise is awful because dude. Oh, it's still early enough. You can fix that.
Yeah.
I feel like clockwise everything is so unnatural to me because I'm right-handed. It's so weird that...
What the hell does that matter?
Because... I wish I could show people. This is an audio-only thing. But if you're just going to rotate, like if you're drawing a circle, you're going to get a much steadier circle if you draw it counterclockwise than if you draw it clockwise, because then you're using the back of your hand instead of the front.
Oh.
Dealing cards is the same way for me, because, again, back of your hand instead of the front. Once a week.
That was the shittiest thing. Look at this. I had one of the lines.
Dude, that is
one
brutal.
line?
You know, for every... Look, 10, 9, 8, 5, 10, 1.
Are you joking me?
I'm glad that we are recording this, because no one would ever believe you. Andrew and I will play this game. With a small group of friends.
We have like a Tetris book club.
So what we do is we play Tetris and we ask each other uncomfortable questions. Like, you can't refuse to answer them while you are playing. So if you refuse to answer, you've got to just like forfeit your turn or whatever. And it's great because it makes you play worse. Because your mind is on articulating things so they don't come out wrong. Let's try it.
Oh god.
Last time you puked. Tell me that story.
Dude, I don't remember. I'm not a puker?
Yeah. Fair.
Is that...
No, that's fair.
It's bad, though, actually, because probably there are many times where I should have puked and didn't.
Yeah.
And that is also bad.
I wish I could puke on command, like it was a superpower. Dude, that could get me out of...
You've mentioned this before. He's mentioned this ever since he was a child.
I've
he wanted,
like,
sniper spit powers. Where
that's a different thing. That's a different thing. How great would that be? So if you could, like... Dude,
you're just in a crowded ass place.
Yeah, like you're watching the presidential inauguration and you just and you just
from 40 yards away.
Yeah, just snipe, because he'd be like, ah, and then he'd look down and be like, oh, how? And then it'd be in the news and it'd be great. And everyone would enjoy that, I think. I'd enjoy that. But I've also thought, if you could just puke on command, you could use that to get out of anything. And there are people in this world who can puke on command.
You think they get out of stuff?
I don't think they use that superpower. I don't
Why?
think they.
Why? Are they too stupid to realize it?
I think they're either they're.
With great power comes great
well,
responsibility.
maybe it's that
and
they're
like,
exposed.
I refuse to puke on command.
Because maybe it's that they're exposed. Because
For
like
my benefit.
if you puke on command, probably the first thing you're gonna do is say, hey, I can puke whenever I want. And then from that point on, no one's gonna believe that you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too sick to come into work today.
Oh, so they can, and they're like, I must keep it a secret from everyone.
Yeah, either that or they just like they blew their chunks too soon. You know, like when they're 6 years old, they ruined it, and they're like, people are gonna rat me out.
Yeah, let it be known. If you have this ability.
Oh, bubblegum power. Or bubblegum palette, I mean.
Power.
Yeah, if I could do that. Oh, man.
I feel like I'm still being screwed out of lines.
I also
Can I T-spin in this version?
No. I don't think so. Try it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good job.
That's cool that's been a thing for so long, huh?
Yeah, I bet that was one of those accidental things where they're like, shoot, we can't program around this. It just has to spin from the center. They probably were very upset about that for a long time, and someone said, just leave it. We'll say it was on purpose.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Dude, I feel like also the aspect ratio is just a little bit messed up, because like that line that way looks longer than that one.
It could be.
Maybe that's
I think you're right.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what it is? It was made for CRTs.
Oh.
And they were a bit warped.
Not.
Yeah, so they would account for how warped it was.
So there really
I
is
remember
something
hearing
to
about
this
this,
save your CRT meme that everyone's talking about.
Dude,
You wished you could.
I wish I could
Abe
just
had
for
this
nostalgia, to be honest.
big old CRT monitor. You know what we did with it?
I feel bad saying this. We just left it. Like, we brought it to.
We got a hose and we tied it in the back of my car with a garden hose.
Yeah, like through the windows.
It was too big to like fit into the back of my car. So we had to like just drive around with it hanging out the back.
Probably like 200 pounds.
It was incredibly heavy.
Like, I'm not exaggerating. It was probably like 200 pounds. But yeah, we couldn't fit
drove
it in the
around
car.
until we realized that we could not drive it around anymore, and then we just left it.
Yeah, and it was like us and like 3 friends, and like we both were grabbing onto both sides of the hose in the back seat, just and just stretching it. You know what though? Like that huge thing was it was nice, but I still wouldn't want it. If someone's like, you could have it back, I'd be like, no, thank you.
What if you had a room, a retro room specifically for it?
If I had a house that was bigger than the room that we're sitting in, then yeah, I'd be down. But my living arrangement's pretty small.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if
your humble abode here, we sit and play Tetris.
We're literally sitting on the workout bench, which is in my office / bedroom / workout room / library / video game room.
Yeah.
So yeah, I make do. There needs to be a definitive Tetris.
I think it's Tetris 99.
No, it's not, and I'll tell you why. Because you can't play local multiplayer.
Okay, yet, but we could see.
They could build on.
Neither can you with this. So is it better than this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
is it the best version of Tetris that we have? Hell yeah, it's the best version of Tetris that we have. I'll take it.
Yeah, but there isn't a definitive, like, roundly agreed to one. I want one where it's like, hey, do you want to play the NES version? Okay, and you do that. Hey, do you want to play the Game Boy version? And then you do that. And then it's like, hey, do you want to play competitive Tetris 99? Do you want to play 2-player? What do you want to do? Like, or here's a training mode. Like they had in Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Puyo Puyo is not bad.
I just need something like that. Or I would also love a Tetris with like a challenge mode. Where it's like, okay, go through this map. Like the Whirl of Light in Smash Bros. Or event matches from Smash Bros. Melee. Where it's just like, yeah, do this, do that. And then by the end you're doing some crazy thing. And
could you imagine if they just make a mode where it's like there's no line blocks? That one
that'd
round
be
was
cool,
playing and they were just like, oh, you just don't get one this time. If that was the game, if it was just like, okay.
That'd be terrifying, but it'd be cool. That experience we just had tells me a lot about this old Tetris, because like, I'm sure
the RNG is
yeah. iTunes used to be truly random, and people would complain that it wasn't random enough because
they
they'd be
play
like,
the songs in order.
yeah, yeah, because it was truly random. It
Yeah.
would sometimes give you the exact order of whatever. So
That's
people
so funny.
yeah, and so people complained about how not random it
They're like,
was.
sorry, we'll make it less random so
yeah.
that it's more seen as more random.
Exactly. So I think that was probably this, where it was like, this is probably truly random. Because you got one.
Ass.
For every 10 of every other block, you actually...
Ass!
Dude. Well, you're on level 9, that's fine.
I can't flop them around.
Yeah, I know. You can't flounder them.
Yeah, that sucks.
You got only one line.
No, I can't.
Jeez, dude.
Nope. 92. Do I beat you
Holy
and Howard?
crap. Oh,
No,
yeah, you do.
You got a way higher score than me.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How did I get a higher score? I was on level 7.
It's
I feel
because
like you win.
it was points versus...
Points are meaningless.
I will be Link.
Is that the N sideways?
Yeah.
The Z is the N sideways?
Yep. Perfect. It's glitched. Dude, working today screwed up my back so bad. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take a nice bath.
Nice.
This is the last Christmas of this decade.
Holy crap, you're right. 2020.
That's
Oh
gonna
man,
be weird.
we're
The roaring
really
20s yet again.
we're really aging this episode by talking about all this or whatever. But
By playing a game that was made in the 80s.
well, yeah. But like, do you feel weird
On a
about
flat screen television. The aspect ratio is a little bit screwed up.
Do you feel a little bit weird about the just the number 20, like 2020?
I think
It's ultimately like the rational part of my brain knows it's meaningless, but the other part's like, I better do something cool,
you know,
which is good to have. I wish I felt that about every year.
a lot of
2014 came around, I was like, nah, I could just kind of dick
blow
around
this
for
one
this
off.
whole year.
It's not synchronous at all. Well,
Hey, you guys want to know a fact I'm not going to edit out of this?
uh-oh.
Andrew has a ton of manga in boxes.
Oh yeah, I
In
just
his
buy
basement.
shit from eBay. Well, they know
Wait,
this.
hold on.
That was-
I'm telling the story. He's got a bunch of manga in boxes in his basement. He doesn't even remember what they are.
I have no idea what they are.
He's like, oh, well, if I'm gonna open them, I should do them on camera because that's kind of my thing. But he's been doing that for so long that like he's forgotten what's in them,
Yeah.
and like they're just sitting there. I'm like, dude, but he's been busy, so he hasn't. Like he has legitimately been busy or whatever.
Have I though?
No. I just explained that we have a Tetris club.
Yeah. I've been busy playing Tetris 99 like a madman. Free runner tag.
Oh, that's kind
And it
of
had
cool.
teams, and they're just like,
Oh,
"Oh,
shit.
you dumbass!"
It's because shit. That's a good example of like why the snapdown is more than just a for
yeah,
convenience
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
It's actually necessary because you think it's locked in place and it's not. So free runner tag, that's kind of cool.
yeah. It was cool to watch. And it was one of those things where you watch it and you're like, "I could do that," and then there's no way that you
Get
can
up off
actually
the
do
couch and wipe the Cheeto dust from your
Yeah.
belly and go, maybe tomorrow.
that. Yeah. Because it's 2014 and the decade doesn't matter. It's like,
It was a throwaway year.
yeah. Does that mean we only get one good year
No.
every 10? It's like, oh, it's a multiple of
Oh
10.
shit! Oh.
You know, if
I
you
made a nice.
let's just
Shit. Oh, all right. Okay. Well,
All right.
Well, this is it. There's no mathematically. There's no way to recover that. So level
That's
4
okay.
is.
You died on the look candy canes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
holly jolly. C3
P. Right. Oh, like the king. Like oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh shit! I can't.
Oh.
Oh. You could do king better than me. You could do King Harkinian better. Oh. 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 Dinner. Shit. I used to do his voice really well. Oh.
There was one time that Abe and I went to a Best Buy, and he gets on the, because you can like test out whatever stereo equipment that you want to buy first, and so he gets on the stereo equipment and he just puts like, he slows down the King of Hyrule, so he's just going, oh, 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 oh.
You're doing that perfectly.
Over Best Buys.
That sounded exactly like him. Is this a secret talent? We were talking about demonically
so
good
funny.
at things. Holy crap, this is the most smooth, clean Tetris
Why, thank
thing.
you.
As soon as you get
A line?
a line,
Maybe.
dude, I am kind of
Maybe
worried.
one
though.
now. Maybe it will be now.
I'm
Maybe
worried.
a line now.
Oh no, this is not fair.
Maybe now.
Oh no, you better clear it. Oh, son of a...
Happy Christmas.
That's terrible. It sounds perfect.
Over Best Buy. Like, there's an old lady trying to buy a dishwasher, and suddenly she's hearing,
And the speakers are loud too.
they were loud
you
as
could,
hell.
You could hear that across the whole Best Buy. And David was like, he reacted to that like I set off a bomb.
Yeah, he was not happy.
David was there.
A lot of people. Oh yeah, David was.
Oh
in
yeah,
Brothers
David's.
Smash.
Yeah, he's been in Brothers.
He was
Smash.
the,
dude in Grand Theft Auto one, which
Yeah.
by the way is like one of my favorite episodes. So go watch that
That was pretty funny.
if you just are seeing this channel for the first time or whatever.
Yeah, Abs has been editing all of the episodes himself for a while
Since
now.
we switched to the different thumbnails.
You know, the last one I did was the Ed Netty Dark Souls episode.
Oh yeah, and he
That-
was like,
what a
"I
good
did it."
one to end on.
I was about to say, you did it till it was done.
Yeah.
Oh man. Here's just a sad fact of life. We will never have a consistent upload schedule for this channel. That's not me being like pessimistic. It's just like it's not what
we
it's
do.
for.
Yeah.
Like every Let's Play channel on the planet has a consistent upload schedule. We will never do that, and that's a Brother Smash promise, which is fine because it's like when we do upload, you know, you're gonna get something special, or you won't get anything at all, or you'll get a stupid podcast where we play Tetris on Christmas. You know?
Yeah. I'm in the process right now of.
Oh,
Look how pink and purple it all.
I'm sucking. I'm taking another turn. Let me try this again. All right.
Do it. I'm in the process right now of re-shelling my Nintendo Joy-Cons for the Switch. The shells that I got are like the transparent plastic, but colored. It's kind of reminiscent of like the original, the Game Boy Color, or the those cool, like, crazy, kooky colors of Nintendo 64. And so I got these Joy-Cons because I thought that they would add some whimsy to my Nintendo Switch, and because I went on a road trip the other day, and I got mine mixed up with another guy's, and it was this moment of like, oh, which ones are mine? And so I was like, I should differentiate my controller somehow from other people. And so I decided to get, like, transparent red. Ooh, how cool. Except the problem with transparent red is that it is pink. And so
What up?
yeah, I have, and I only thought of this too because of your death screen on the last time that you played, and it was
Oh, okay.
yeah. Now it's all come together. But so I have this right now. I finished. Like, you have to get inside your old Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons and disassemble the guts, and then put them in another unit, like another hard plastic shell. And so I did this to the first one, and I finished it, and I slid it onto the Switch, and I was like, yes, because it was like, it's vibrantly pink. And
Oh,
I didn't really.
come on.
I didn't really.
Is it really? Is that really that
Yeah,
bad?
yeah.
Like this morning, you sounded kind of proud of it.
Yeah, but
You're like, oh, it's cool though.
so I did it last night. So I've been thinking about it the entire day because it's the only thing I've had to think
you
about.
just reflected on.
Yeah,
it.
I'm like,
have I lied to
See,
myself?
because now I have this question of like, do I go home and put the gray back on and just
Oh,
try
no.
again, or do I just commit
Dude.
fully to this
just have pink
crazy
Joy-Cons.
pink Joy-Con?
That's kind of cool.
existence that I
like,
have.
I don't know. I'm all in favor of novel things. Just anything new
They
and
seriously
weird
look
and
like the
whatever.
blocks on the bottom left. Like, it's that color, and because my Switch is black also, so it's like it looks exactly like this right now.
I thought the darker insides would darken up the.
I thought so as well. I was very excited about that
That's
idea,
kinda
and
weird.
it just didn't. It did not pan out. So
Yeesh.
this is something else that I'm just kind of like angry about the colors for. I know this is a stupid thing. I have a lot of anger issues, but like something that I'm angry
Andrew's
about.
angry about the colors.
I'm angry that the colors. You can have a light blue.
yeah.
You cannot have a light red.
Yeah, that's an arbitrary thing though, because like we just decided pink is a different color from red. It's not. Pink is light red.
Yeah, but
light blue is still blue because no one came up with a word for light blue. But we came up with a word for light red. We called it pink,
but that's
and decided, oh, that's for girls. It's not. It's just
or vaporwave. But regardless, I have pink Joy-Cons. Dude, every so often I remember that our older brother for a minute had like the leopard print hair.
Dude.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was one of those like, you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. You don't see that anywhere. I once had dreadlocks. Do you guys remember that?
Ah, yeah.
Hey, no one knows about this yet. I actually chopped them off. We even made a Brother Smash episode of that, but I was like, I'd have to edit it. It'll take too long. Dude, there's so much gold that I just have not edited. We did 100
on hours and hours.
We did a
and
100
hours
subscriber
and hours of footage.
We did a 100 subscriber special. Before the Nintendo Switch came out.
Yeah, a long ass time ago.
Actually, I don't know if it was before the Switch, but it was before the Switch version of Smash Brothers because we were playing Smash Bros. On the Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna upload that at some point because it's like almost entirely edited, but gosh dang it.
As we lose in Smash Brothers, we're hooked up to an electric diode.
Oh, they'll see it.
It was incredible.
They'll see it.
Video footage.
We also did one
preview it just a little bit more because like it's already 2 years late.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry guys. Thanks for the 100 subs. Yeah, here's a sneak preview.
Well, this is a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be.
It's way worse.
We can't play like this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. What am I at?
Oh.
It hurts like a son of a bitch. I can't even get
I just killed myself. I did not mean to do that. Yes!
Please turn it off.
I can't do this.
You know what's crazy?
10 kills.
I killed myself twice there. I didn't know either time I was killing myself. Both times I was like, just get out of the way, get out of the... blacking out! Oh, wow, wasn't that funny?
Yeah. This is why you need the hold block for situations just like that one.
I know, this is ridiculous. So
really?
You and your opponent...
So that, when you bumped into the wall right there, that's annoying as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, God, that's awful. In the 99 people.
Oh, shit, son of a... it's actually painful.
Not good.
Oh, barnacle sauce.
Let's see how... What? It's line 69 that you screw yourself on every time. You did it last... Yeah, and this time.
I'm not even like that high up or anything. It's just... Alright, ask me some weird questions about barfing or whatever.
A weird question. What about, let's pretend... We were talking about baths earlier. This is something that I've been considering.
Yeah.
So, you fill up a bath.
Yeah.
You're not in it when it's filling, right? Don't you fill up the bath and then it's full and then you say, I will sit down in this
because
bath.
Otherwise you're just sitting there naked in a ceramic bowl.
Yeah, that's slowly filling with water.
And you're cold.
Well, it's also like, I have shit to do. I'm going to let the bath fill up. I'm going to go do the stuff. I'm going to change my Joy-Cons to pink and I'll be right back, right?
Yeah, okay. And by then you walk in, see the floor is flooded, and you call the plumber, and then you...
Oh, God.
And you explain
this has happened to... Not the flooded floor, but like, I did this the other day. And,
son of a...
I walked in and I sit down into the tub. Like, the tub's good, perfect, awesome. Check the temperature. Oh, it's not too hot, not too cold. This is gonna be great for me. I sit down and I turn around and I look at the water and, like, aside from my naked, wet body, which is
so weird.
That's
so weird being alone with your naked balls right in front of you, just like, yeah.
There they are.
Like, you forget about them. You think you're just some cartoon character. Sorry to interrupt your story or with a ball. Son of a crap! This is way too fast. Okay, all right. But yeah, not to interrupt your story or whatever, but like, that's so weird because you feel that. I also feel that way.
That we have optional clothing.
I feel
that bitch. You did it again.
I feel that way when you bleed, you know, and suddenly blood comes out of you, and you're like, I'm made of meat. You don't even think that way about animals, you know. Like, that's disturbing. When like ground beef is something different from a cow in your mind, but it's not, guys. When you're eating a hamburger, think about like, sorry, not to Happy Christmas. But anyways, all I'm saying is, what was I saying? Yeah, your balls.
I don't even...
You sit there in the tub and you're naked, and you look down at like your wiener, and it's like, this is there all the time, and I don't see it. That makes me sound like a big fat guy. I see my wiener when I need to, but it's strictly business.
Yeah, you don't just whip it out just to check.
No, you don't just sit there with your wiener. What? You know what I mean?
I have never been
I'm always
too far away from my wiener.
I'm always weirded out when I take a bath, like to the point where it's like, I don't know.
Maybe that's what deters me from baths. But this is my question. Yeah,
I don't want to be alone with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He makes me nervous.
I am constantly wearing socks, like all the time.
Yeah, same.
I have a like don't show my feet. Some sort of psychological impairment.
It's because your feet get cold. My feet are cold in my socks right now.
Yeah, presently. But, okay, so I get in the bath, and I get these little, like, from my socks that has then since migrated, and these little fuzzies are now between my toes.
No.
But now that I'm in the bath, now they're just, like, floating about me and my balls just in the water. And so it was this moment of, like, oh, no. And you, like, I tried to catch most of them, but I could not. Like,
just make a little mini game for yourself. I'm here, I might as well figure it. Might as well
the most good I can do today.
Might as well collect all the toe fuzz. You can't have that in the drain.
So I tried, but I mean, you can only get some of it, and then that's not a like, I'm not here to collect toe fuzz. And so I remembered,
I'm here to relax.
Yeah, this is outrageous having me do this toe fuzz thing. And so I remembered this though, and so I go to get in the bath the other couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, and I go to step in, I'm like, the toe fuzz, wait. And so then I sit on the toilet and I like pick out all the toe fuzz, and I was like, which option of those two is worse? And I don't know, because both of them seem horrible. It's like, there's no proper way to do this.
In one, your relaxation time is being interrupted by...
Well, the other one, I'm naked on the toilet picking out my toe fuzz, and my balls are still there looking at me, and it's just
that's like a Niles Crane level of neuroses right there.
I thought as much myself.
Oh man, yeah.
So that's how I spend my time. That's why I haven't been uploading.
You know what I wish would come back? Freaking chainmail. Okay.
Chainmail.
Yeah. Excuse me. I don't mean like overtly wearing chainmail. I just mean like.
I feel like this is a George Carlin thing.
They make these knife-proof jackets. You know?
Oh yeah, the cut-resistant.
Yeah, and you know what those are? It's like, it's got the Kevlar, whatever. That is not nearly as good as we could do with chainmail. And we have 3D printing now. We could easily 3D print out some chainmail in the shape of a jacket sleeve, sew that into a jacket. You would never even know, because it wouldn't make noise, because it's got 2 cotton sheets on both sides of it. I'm talking about like the inside of a hoodie.
Oh.
So, and then you're in London,
and you don't
have to worry about getting stabbed.
And
you could wear it when you're on a motorcycle, and you wouldn't get haberdashed if you fell off. Like, people wear leather. You know how much worse you'd be off getting slid under a car wearing a leather jacket than wearing freaking chainmail?
Yeah.
Dude, where's the chainmail clothes? It'd be terrifying. If someone came at me with sandpaper, or someone came at me with a knife, I'd be like, well, I guess I'd pick the knife. You know?
There's something funny in here somewhere. I just have to find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid this. Torture is not a funny thing, usually.
Well, it's like, how come there's no serial killers that just burn the person?
I can't name any, but I'm positive.
If they teamed up, then it would be Bernie Sanders.
God damn it. Now I can't edit this out, because that was too funny. Dude, this just in. The notorious 2 serial killers are actually one guy. The Senator Bernie Sanders has been balls sanding and burning people. That's freaking funny. I didn't even know you were doing a bit. You're playing Tetris and juggling jokes?
Oh god, there's some trouble here.
Holy crap, level 10, man.
103 lines. 103 lines with, hey, look how big my rocket is, son of a bitch. He had a little teeny tiny... There we go. To Mars. That's SpaceX right there.
I was hoping it would shoot fireworks so that we could be like, hey, and Merry New Year as well, because we're not going to do a New Year episode. But Happy New Year's, guys. And many more to come for all of you.
Hopefully. Unless Bernie Sanders gets ya.
Oh, man.